Very good afternoon to you, Pimani. Of course, condolences continuing to pour in for Collins Chabane. First, I'd like to start by asking, if we have any details at this point about the condition of his 18-year-old son, who was apparently severely injured during that shooting. But on the back of that, I'd like to discuss some of what is being said as to what could have been the reason or the motive behind this shooting. It does seem on the surface that it was just a burglary and that they didn't get what they were looking for. But some are saying that Mr. Chabane was indeed, unraveling some sort of corruption, which might have been in relation to VBS. What can you tell us about what is being said and really the truth and what's going on the ground?
Good afternoon, Flo. Indeed, as you detailed in that intro, we are at the family of slain Collins Chabane Municipal Mayor, Mr. Moses Maluleke, who was shot and killed in this yard last night. As you're explaining, Flo, it was a very gruesome murder where he had just driven into this yard with his 18-year-old son when he was met with these suspects who fired shots at him. As you asked, Flo, we've just spoken to a very close family member we asked the very same question: what is the state, the health of the son? And we were told that he is recovering well. But I'm going to be speaking more about that when I'm joined by a family representative. But you asked very pertinent questions, Flo, about the motives of this crime that happened here last night. There's been a lot of suspicions that are playing around on social media, and people here are also talking about that. But earlier we spoke to the MEC of Community Safety here in Limpopo, Ms. Bolibushielo, who said to us that people must err on caution, ensuring that they give police the space to investigate thoroughly to ensure that the suspects are caught and their motives are found. Flo, I'm going to bring in the family representative now, Mr. Shadrach Maluleke, to speak more about this. Mr. Maluleke, condolences to you and your family. I'm sure the family is shattered. How are you feeling as a family?
As a family, we are still shocked and devastated by the cold blood murder of our brother who was shot last night, where unfortunately at this stage we don't know what the motives of the killing was. We are just pinning our hopes on the investigation by the South African Police Services that they will be able to apprehend the culprits. Maybe after that we'll be able to know exactly what the motives of this brutal killing was.
The mayor's 18-year-old son was also caught in the fire line, and we understand he's been hospitalized. Do you know the latest condition that he's in right now?
According to the reports we have received, is that the son is recovering well in hospital, where we're not going to tell where he is for security reasons, but the latest information is that he's recovering well.
We've seen a flock of people coming to the family to send their condolences. We expect Premier Matabata to be coming in to comfort the family. How is the family feeling about the support that you've been receiving thus far?
As family, we are very much thankful and appreciate the support we are getting from the leadership of government, from the leadership of the ruling party, as well as the general community membership, who are coming in large numbers to come and give us that much needed moral support which we need at this point in time.
Thank you so much, Mr. Maluleke. Flo, that is the family representative of the Maluleke family telling us that the son, the 18-year-old son, is recovering well in hospital. Flo, I'm going to bring in another guest, Mr. Robert Mate from the Collins Chabane municipality, where Mr. Moses Maluleke was the mayor. I'm sure you've lost your mayor. What is happening? How do you react to this brutal killing?
We are very much devastated as the municipality, Pimani. The most unfortunate part is yesterday, the whole day we were with him. He was telling us a lot of stories. When we received the news of his passing away last night, We couldn't even sleep. Even now, if you look at me, I haven't accepted that the mayor is really gone.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mathe. That is the spokesperson of the Collins Chabane Municipality. Flo, I just want to take you through this yard so that I explain to our viewers what actually happened. So what we gather is that Mr. Maluleke drove into this yard at around 7:30 last night, and he parked his car at that spot over there where he usually parks his car. And as he was coming out of the car with alongside his 18-year-old son, a suspect came towards him with a firearm and started firing at him. We are told that Mr. Maluleke tried to run towards the back. Where he got to the back, another suspect was apparently coming from the other side, and that's when the fatal shot was fired towards him. That's where he allegedly took his last breath. We understand that neighbors say when they heard the firearms, they tried to come here because the son was allegedly calling for help, and when they tried to come here, the assailants fired towards these community members who were trying to assist, and they could not come any closer. And community members also state that after this, the suspects then ran off, and when they tried to chase after them, it appears they had parked two vehicles at two spots in the village where they got into these vehicles and fled off. Police are investigating, and police have said that they will be searching for the suspects and hope to make an arrest soon. Flo?
All right, thanks very much to you, Pimani. Will certainly be crossing to you, of course, throughout as we see the family and friends gathered at this time. We'll certainly get more information from you as and when we can.